It's Sunday night, November 27th, also known as the night everyone comes back from Thanksgiving vacation. The night everybody comes back from eating turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, getting drunk, that kind of stuff that you do with your family and friends. This is another blog. Um, I want to change it up though. I would usually spend about 10 minutes talking to you about the things I did this the weekend, the vacation. And I did some nice things. I spent Thanksgiving with my friends. If you saw the last post, that was one of my friend's brothers. No, he's not Asian. Yes, he is a friend. And it was a lot of fun. I even went to another friend's house. We had a bonfire, got a couple of drinks in my system. I had a really good time. But instead of talking about much of what I did, I'm going to take this time to talk about what I noticed, what I realized this weekend. With me being a college student and all, we all want time away from our family. We want to meet other people. We want to go do different things, do things that we're not allowed to do at home, kind of thing. But when it comes to the holidays, there are just some cases where there are some students who would prefer to spend the holidays with friends as opposed to family. Now, yes, there are the cases where there are some people who are actually too far from home to go back home and then come back for, school. Just go back home for the holiday and stuff, and that's understandable. But there are some people whose families are within distance, and you get to them accessibly, but they prefer not to. And the question for the topic would be why. And this is more for me to try to see if I can get some viewer participation. I want to know what your reason is. Like, if who would you rather spend Thanksgiving with, and why? Like, I know for me, I haven't spent like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I haven't spent holidays with my family in 3 years, probably four. Now, yes, to some of you that may be, like sad, and some of you are like, why not? They're your family. That's when you're supposed to be with your family. But there are some cases with some people where they don't feel comfortable with their family. Like, personally, for me, I know, like, back, you know, back when I started going to college, I tried to, keep in touch with my family, during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, that kind of thing. I'd go back into town, spend time with my family like, everybody else would. And I notice, and I feel within that, like, it's not that I'm not wanted, but I don't fit in. I don't fit in. It's not, I'm not as connected and as close to them as I'd like to be. Like, I'm very different from the men in my family and the women in my family. I'm not the manliest alpha male, that kind of thing. Like, I don't sit around and, talk and gossip and do a lot of things like that. Like, I know the one thing for me personally, I felt not, well, alienated from some of the people in my family. Like, everyone here knows I'm a dance major, and when I decided that I wanted to dance, you know, I didn't feel that the men in my family accepted that. Like, that I'd rather dance than to work on cars or play football or basketball or something. Almost like they had their own little stereotype to what it meant to be a man. What it meant to be a man, to have balls, to, do manly things, you know. And it's just like, also on top of that, I'm a dance major, and a lot of them, like, I'm also bisexual. And I wear that very openly on my sleeve. I'm not scared to say that. I'm not scared to deny that about myself. Like, I know what I am, and I hold it, and I stand with it proudly. And the men in my family, well, the people in my family only assume that I'm just gay because I have my own characteristics. I stand out with my own separate characteristics and stuff, and it doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like I also, it's just a lot of things that happen. Now, I know like there are select few that I still keep in touch with, like my brothers. I still keep in touch with them. I still love them dearly. My one cousin, Lorcy, Dolores, she's been like my mother since like sixth, seventh grade year, since I just started turning a teenager. And she's been like my mother, my mother, my guardian. She's been my pal. So like I know if I have any problems, like she's always on the phone. Like she's always there waiting for my call. And she's the only person other than my brothers that know that, I'm bisexual. Why did I choose to tell her and my brothers as opposed to the entire family? Because I know that those people are a little more understanding and accepting to hearing what I have to say. And like not that they don't have the right to know, but they have the privilege of knowing. And I was more than happy to tell them that. You know, I want to be able to be up and front and honest with people who are gonna be, gonna make gonna make me feel comfortable as opposed to unwanted and like I did something wrong. So like that's really what it is for me. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, every time I go over there, it's always awkward. It's always awkward. There's nothing really I can say. Like I can't crack the jokes that I would normally crack because they won't get it or they won't find it funny, and it'll just be me standing outside of myself, really, I- um, as opposed to them. Like they're just really close knit. It's really like a clique. Like I was born to the clique, but I'm not really part of the clique. So it does make me feel a little awkward, a little weird. I don't know how to act around them. Like I'm not scared of who I am, but I'm scared. I guess I am scared of how they react to who I am, and it's a lot different from having reactions from people in the street as opposed to people that you're blood with. The people that you're blood with, you have to deal with them. Like you have to be with them. You know them. You know them a lot closer. And the people in the street, well, you don't see them. Like if they're at school, you'll see them around and around and whatever, and you really just don't care. It's like these are people in the street. They don't know me from a hole in the wall and a bag of beans. But it's like the holidays are supposed to be a happy time. And it is a happy time for me personally when I spend it with friends who share a common interest and a common humor with me. But it's sad that I can't spend the holidays with my family because not that we don't have common interest or whatever, but just almost uninvited, unaccepted. So it's just, I mean, if anybody from my family is watching this, I mean, nothing personal. Like, these are my honest feelings. This is how I feel, and this is why, I haven't really been around. Like, I haven't been around because I almost feel like I don't want to be. Like, I'm not wanted around. I don't want to be around because I'm not wanted around. So I'm taking time away to find myself. Figure out what it is that makes me feel comfortable. And in time it will come to a place where I'll be able to join again and spend holidays with you guys and not feel like I'm being judged. But as of right now, that's just where I stand. So to the rest of you out there, feel free to respond and tell me who do you spend holidays with and why. This is Aaron, Peace out. Happy holidays.